Welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for gold, for dollar, and US oil. So let's go! Looking into the DXY and what happened last week, we have price opening up here, price coming up, price coming down. How did I act here? I sold here, and I bailed out like a chicken.
We keep calm and eat cake.
The other thing then is we did absolutely nothing this week then. So what do we really know so far? We have interest rate at 0 to 0.25. We have core CPI at 3%, which is above the 2% target. We have an employment rate at 6.1, which is still above what the target should be, around 3.5 pre-COVID. We have NFP at 266,000 new jobs. That is absolutely terrible. We have manufacturing PMI at 60, above the 50% threshold. We have 62.7 on services PMI, above the 50 threshold of an expanding economy. We have the producer price index at 4.1, and we have retail sales absolutely at 0. That was not a great reading at all. Looking into the DXY for next week, we are looking for this one to go down. We are also hoping that it will go all the way down to 89.50. As an overall statement, what is the trend? Trend is absolutely downwards. There's no higher high on the 4 hour. We have new lower low, lower highs. Everything is set to the downside. By looking at the CRT report for US dollar, we have longs coming in, shorts coming in, but equally almost amount the same amount. Then on the trend, we are currently lowering from March. That is what we want to see. So that is absolutely great. Coming into Australian dollar, US dollar, I'm really disappointed because right now it looks like we are in a range. But what do I want to see then? I don't want us to see below 77 for this week, but we can come all the way down to like areas of 67 and 65.5. How do I act upon that? As long as we are still in this range and we're still holding this 77 area, I am absolutely convinced that we should then go higher. I would then look for targets at around 79. I don't know if it's going to be this week, next week, or June, but I need to be prepared for this week. As we're coming into the CRT or an Australian, we have more longs coming in and shorts taking profit. As we can see on the trend, it is, I would call that a bit range bound, which we also can see in the price. As for my trade plan for next week, I hope that we will be above 77.30. I would put my stop loss below 76.70 and hope for the best. I will reduce my lot size and target up here. Any questions, Your Honor? Nothing? Great, fantastic. Thank you guys very much for the views, the likes, and the comments I received last week. Especially thanks to Harold, as he's a part of the E-winning team. Looking into EURUSD, we have 120 as the absolute rock bottom I want us to hold. Then, as long as we're still above that one, I'm still okay. Then that makes me want to buy in a price range around 21, 21.30, targeting up to 122.28. I don't know if I'm going to get this week, but I really hope I will. If it breaks below 120, I'm like, it happened. So I have a bullish momentum to the upside, but I really hope that we're just going to hold it that way, and then everything is going to be great after that. Coming into the CRT report on Euro, we have fantastic amount of new buyers coming in, also a bit of more shorts, a lot of shorts by the way, but this is definitely to the bullish side, where we have the trend on Euro. We are now going higher again. Good to see. So that means that buyers are coming in again. let's dive it up. British pound, US dollar, on the other hand, looks a bit different. Well, it has made a low, which has come down to support, I must say. But this is remarkably to be a reversal sign. So if we are now this week coming in for another low before going higher, looks to be more promising than anything else in this technical world. I want this to go higher. That would be great. If you can just hold 140, that would be great. But I don't know if that's even possible at this rate where this looks very reversible. And I would take these reverses. It looks amazing. We have resistance, we have to come to target, we have had a lower low, we have a lower high. Well, that's what we know so far. So I will say, whoops, question mark. And then I will hold, maybe put it on buy at around 140.63, depending on how fast the market goes. I will take it up to 142.24. But that's that. Stop losses below, like as far as you can get it, but around 140, I guess, minimally. But this looks promising, but I don't know. It looks great, but I think we have to come a bit more down before we go up again. Take Main into consideration, we might see consolidation before we go up in June. Coming into the COT report on pound, absolutely fantastic amount of new buyers coming in. This is actually very promising. This is actually very positive. More shorts coming in, but a lot of buyers coming in, so that is pushed to the upside. Coming into the trend on the GDP, we are absolutely in a range, which kind of can look into the price as well, but definitely hope for the next week again then bring this one to a new higher high. On pound yen, I've already called out a potential top for short term before we can start buying again. I would hope for it to come down to 152 before going higher. It might never do that, but that would be great. If you're looking into the weekly, that might even be all the way down to the target for sellers this week. Well, that might be a bit too much to ask for, but hey, we are around the target. It can drop, and it should probably drop so that you can get a much better price. But if it doesn't, then look out for 153 and then higher up to 155.60 something. Very easy, very straightforward, nothing in between. It is what it is. But if it comes down again, don't take a lot of risk so you can take it back up again. Taking a small glance into next week's economic calendar, we have retail sales out of China. I've only given you the most important news events this next week, so you have to look into medium risk events as well. We have RBA meeting minutes you need to read. We have unemployment rate coming out of Britain on Tuesday. We have GDP coming out of Europe, important enough. We have CPI coming out of pound, important. We have CPI coming out of Canada, very important. We have the FOMC meetings, very important. It's not a meeting, it's a minutes, sorry. We have the unemployment rate change in Australia on Thursday, and then market PMI coming out of Europe on Friday, together with market retail sales out of Australia and out of Canada. Coming into another one of these ranges that we have all the time here. I don't know what we should do with this New Zealand dollar, US dollar, but I would hope for some bullish momentum. I do not want price to fall below on 71.34. That is just how I want it to be. It can, of course it can, and then shoot up, of course. Always it can do that. So I just want this to, stay above. Staying alive. So if it comes down to 72 something, then higher, that would be great. So how am I actually going to trade this one? I think I'm going to take EURUSD so far and put some very small losses, stop losses, some very small lot sizes in and see how things goes. And then add if it goes in my favor and do not, for whatever reason, risk your entire pension. It's not worth it. Target for New Zealand for this week is 73.62. We have as well stop losses below 71 somewhere, so you really want this price to come below so you don't risk a lot of peps. And in the end, it's just a range. Treat it like a range. Don't be stupid. The COT report coming out of New Zealand is almost no new buyers, but less shorts. Okay, cool. The trend out of New Zealand is right now upwards. That's what we want. Whoop whoop. Next candidate, USDCAD. Okay, it came up to sell, it fell. I think I said it's bullish above here. Well, it didn't work out. I'm sorry. Well, how wrong can I really be lately? It's absolutely comical. If you guys can make like a video of all the times I'm wrong, this is one of them. I will make a video almost all the times I was right, because I can at least count them on my hands. So what is the thing next week, bro? Well, 120, to be honest, is actually a crucial level. If we break it or not, well, if we come below just a tick and then come back up again, that might actually be the one that it sells off again. That is the target for this week. So any price coming back up to 21.50, give or take some change there, would be great to look for the lower side. Also, 12 is already been hit, so it might already go down from there. Until then, stop losses above the previous high, around 22, and let's see where we go. Technically, we are still tilted to the downside. I think we all can see that. But it's too low. When it can go lower? Well, as long as this one is going lower, as long as the central banking policy is to the lower side, that is still going lower. As long as Canada is still going to raise the interest rates in 2023, whatever it was, as long as dollar is still not going to change the interest rates, we're still going down, down, down. As much as you want this to be oversold, yes, it can be, but also, my friend, it can go lower. COT report for Canada is absolutely fantastic. We have 5,000 more long contracts, we have 7,000 less short contracts. We are almost double the amount of buyers than sellers right now, and the trend is skyrocketing. How long can this last? I don't know, but it might last until now. Short recap, target 120, sells around 121.50, stop loss around 122. Booyah. Let's get into the oil market. The oil market is struggling at the moment. I did not like that low there, but it's found itself way back up again. I would say that's surprising, to be honest, and not necessarily something we can predict. Can you? No, you cannot. Well, this week, I can't remember what I said. Did I say upwards? If I said upwards, well, it went on for some time, and then it fell, and then I take responsibility for the falling? No, I don't, because I don't know the future. I only told you guys that was a good price to buy and you should be break even, and right now you should be frustrated and angry. But looking for the upside still is your favorite thing to do, you know. I would also say that target so far this week is 67.85. That was wrong. 67.62 apparently. And then buy price around 64 and stop losses around 63.17, give or take. What you might ask is the COT report for this one. Both are taking profit, both buyers and sellers. We have no trend in the COT report at the moment. Okay, so what do we do then, bro? price is going a bit higher, we are in a range, then we probably is going to stay in a range then, so we might not be so great after all. So leave it alone then. Leave it alone. I just want to say the COT report for silver, we have way more bars coming in. Wow, wow, well. Finally, something positive is happening on these metals. Where some shorts coming in as well, but still, we have way more buyers than sellers. And the trend on this one, after that, we are going into the price, and we're going higher, we're going higher, we're going higher, we're going higher, we're going higher. And what are we going to do next week then? We are going to go higher. So what is really then the target? We are going up to 28.19 from 27. Stop loss below 26.67. If that's what you want to do, well, let's do it. That's up to you if you want to do it. I'm not going to personally, but that's up to you. If that makes sense. Gold. I have some drawings here for you. All right, so I'm only going into now buy. Oh, buy. And then bye. I don't know what is really wrong with me sometimes, but I have been all over the place with this one. So, okay. I am no longer going to be blind. I'm only going to see one thing and one thing only. That is the COT report. The COT report has 12,000 more buyers. Sellers taking profit. Is this the change we were looking for the whole year? A bit of a bump. So hopefully this will continue now. Compared to May last year, we did not have that bump whatsoever until June. So let's make an absolutely stunning trade plan. One potential price is 1838, 1825 as buys. Stop loss below 1806. Target at 1862 or February 2022. That is totally up to you. So, welcome tomorrow evening. I will be live at 19:30 GBPUSD. Please subscribe if you don't know what that means, when that is. That is 1:30 p.m. New York time, 1:30 a.m. Malaysian time, and for Europeans, 7:30 p.m. I will see you then. Until next time, take care. Never risk money, comfort to lose. So, which video do you want to see next? This one or this one?